Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Pixeles. Hoy vamos a continuar la campaña, pero sin camarita. Ahora vamos a echarnos esta cosa aquí, que de verdad nos la complica un montón. Nos la complica un montón. Y ya quiero esto. No, no hablo bien, porque estoy un poquito concentrado en esto de acá. Morite, morite, cochillo. Morite, cochillo. Ok, mala idea. Esto era bueno. Quiero cargar un poquito esto. A ver si me deja. En lo siguiente será. Vamos a mientras a darle unos madrazos. Muy bien. Antes me daba miedo las mil vueltas que se avienta, pero no.
I taste blood.
La onda es con esquivar la primera tapada, ya la armaste. Ahí es otra. Y ahí hay otra. Y en la tercera se queda clavada. Y es un trancazo, ¿no? Con lo que entiendo. Ahí va a ser el giro ese. Hay otro golpe de giro. Hay otro golpe de esos. Y vamos a darle así. A ver qué más encontramos. A ver, encontramos aquí una banda. Muy bien. Y acá un impacto. Un impacto. Un impacto. Y vamos a darle unos impactillos. En lo que tenía hielo. Hay que esperar el último porque el último sí vale la pena. Nos quitamos. Ah, no, ya murió. ¿Para qué queremos esto, mi estimadísimo Leo? Gastamos 40, nos quedamos con 0. Por estos, porque estamos queriendo subir ahora a... Adivinen a quién. A ella. Y aunque sí es cierto, no la he subido porque no quiero gastarme los libros tan de trancazo. Ya tenemos muchas cosas. Entre estas tenemos 2 y 4, 6. Y faltan 8. En este caso tenemos 8. 2, 4, 6 y 8, 14. Nos faltarían 6, ¿no? Yo creo, ¿no? Revisamos que todo vaya bien. Yo creo que sí, ¿no? Sí. De regreso. Muy bien. Estaba revisando lo que dice. Todo bien. Pues ya está. Esto está bien. Y ya que tenemos por todo esto, ahora sí, vamos a continuar la campaña. Porque sí necesito avanzar, por favor. Ya estoy harto. Ya estoy harto de no poder avanzarla. Yo ya me lo hubiera acabado con decirles. Vamos a navegar a este lugar y vamos a seguir la campaña. A ver qué nos pueden contar. Muy bien, muy bien. Avancemos, avancemos. Con avanzar la campaña, pues ojalá podamos llegar a Inazuma. Que eso es lo que más me está ocurriendo ahorita. Hay un montón de eventos que me voy a perder. Y voy a aceptarlo con de pecho frente. Pero, caray, hay cosas que tal vez sí me vaya a venir a bien en los próximos eventos, ¿no? Ahorita tal vez saco a Yato por el tema del Pipi que lo tengo, pero quiero a Sucrose. Entonces por eso voy a sacar a Yato, pero después cuando ya salga el siguiente banner, si quisiera estar participando en los eventos que comúnmente siento van de la mano con el banner que hay, ¿no? Por eso quiero llegar a Inazuma porque ahí se hace casi todo. Vamos a hablar con este, entregar el al entrar. No, vamos a hablar con él.
You finally returned.
¿Cómo
How
nos
was
fue
your
con
journey
el
to Jueyun?
desfiladero? Ya le contamos, ¿no? Que hicimos todo
I see.
lo de los... ¿cómo se llamaban? Los elementales, los monstruos, esos animales.
Moon Carver, Mountain Shaper, Cloud... Some of these names have never come up in the intel the Fatui gets hold
No
of.
tenemos
As a returning gift, I too have information for you regarding the Archon's passing. The Liu Chising's response, they've announced that, as the true killer has not yet been found, they are not allowing anyone to pay their respects to the Exuvia. They've even gone so far as to try and cut off information. But with the right of dissension and all, even the Chising isn't able to keep...
¿Exuvia?
It's common knowledge in Liua that Rex Lapis is also an Adeptus.
También es un Adeptus. Ah, los Adeptus, claro, claro, eran los Adeptus. Ajá.
The Geo Archon is also the god of contracts, and is also known as the Exuvia, prime of the Adepti.
Ah, ok, entonces el arconte Geo, que es el patrón de los contratos, como el arconte Anemo, que es el patrón de la libertad, se le considera al arconte Geo como Exuvia, el adepto primigenio. Entonces, a diferencia de los de Mondstadt, El arconte ageo también se le considera un adeptus y el género, o existen más adeptus, ¿no? En el caso de Anemo no hay adeptus, por lo tanto no hay una variante de este nombre en Anemo, solo en geo.
The mighty and illuminated adepti of today all signed contracts to protect Liyue way back then.
En ese entonces todos los poderosos e iluminados adeptus pactaron proteger a Liyue.
Guess that explains why they're all so focused on Liyue's well-being.
Naturally, they both have the responsibility and the aptitude for the job.
Claro, más poderosos harían los adeptos, por eso
If the
son los
ruling Qixing
encargados.
became unable to perform their duty properly, the
Tiene la
adepti
autoridad
have
para
the right to
tomar
take corrective
medidas
action.
militares. Ok, me imagino que por eso se daban los anchos los adeptos cuando hablamos con ellos, que eran groseros, no eran de que castigaremos. y no
The
sé qué.
Geo-Archon spirit
Pero
has
el arconte
risen,
ageo desciende del
so
cielo,
why would the Qixing
porque
hide
la
his
siete
vessel?
resguardan sus restos.
Truly suspicious.
Sospechoso.
Oh,
Es igual que
right.
tú.
If the Liyue then our quest.
Oh, you're trying to find the
Vamos a
seven?
buscar, ¿no?
And just why might that be, pray tell?
Están buscando los 7, sí puedo preguntar con qué fin. Sin comentarios, voy contigo. Sin comentarios.
Nice. A knight that gets duped by the Fatui would really be no knight at all now, would they?
Caballero, ¿cierto?
But I can help you with that too, you know. Give me some time.
Okay, nos va a
Someone who can
ayudar.
help you break.
Muy bien, muy bien. Nos va a ayudar. Tenemos que entrar. Tierra entre los molinos. Acto 1 del capítulo 1 completado.
What
Debe
should I
entre
put
nosotros.
in my letter?
Camino hacia no sé dónde, ¿no? ¿A dónde vamos? Espera el siguiente día. Ok. Mira cómo espero. Como un señor, mira, mira. Observa, mi forma de esperar. Siguiente día. Un baby. A ver si ya. Espera el siguiente día. Me imagino que entonces otro día, ¿no? Ahí está. Otro día será. Pum, 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 pum. Pum, 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 pum. Me gusta, me gusta. Vamos a avanzar un montón lo que podamos, ¿vale? Para que así no andemos mucho en esto, en el stream, aunque si lo necesitamos, lo hacemos. Y ahorita sí vamos más cómodos y rápido, no es lo que estamos. Hay que entrar aquí. Pues órale. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Vamos a leer un poquito porque no quiero perderme tanto de la historia del arconte de Geo, que no le entendí muy bien cuando empezamos. Primero que nada estamos aquí con el tema de los 7 cosas esas, ¿no? Los millonarios de Geo.
Welcome, friend of
Bienvenido.
child, and congratulations on the
Primera
first day of your
trayectoria
illustrious
brillante como
career
miembro
with the
de los Fatui.
Fatui.
Él y yo no somos amigos. Tengo intención de unirme a los Fatui.
You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Oh, but back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of your... What agreement? Oh, the thing about... Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
Entonces este chico Fatui es de los 11.
Ah! Child is currently at Liuli Pavilion.
Liuli, ok, pabellón
Oh,
Liuli.
oh, ahem.
Hay dos grandes
There are
corrientes
two
culinarias
styles
de
of
Liyue,
cooking in
el
Liyue,
estilo Li y
known
el
as Li
estilo
style
Yue.
and Yue style. They have
Culinarias,
been competing
ah,
for centuries,
disputa por
but
siglos,
neither has
ningún ganador
emerged as the clear
definitivo.
winner.
Li y Yue. Ah, Li Yue. Culinarias de comida.
The flagship
El
restaurant of the
estilo Li
Li
es el
style
pabellón
is the
Liuli.
Liuli Pavilion.
El dueño
The
abrió
owner
el
especially
restaurante en la
chose to
pendiente
open the
Feuyo
restaurant
cuando
at Feiyu and
competir
Slope
frente al
so
frente
they
con
could
el
compete
kiosco
face to
Shinse,
face with the
restaurante Shinra del
Shinue
estilo Yue.
Kiosk, which is the
Kiosco
flagship
Shinge es
restaurant
del
of the Yue
estilo
style.
Yue. Y el pabellón Liuli es el del estilo Li. Ok, solo en momentos así eres más guía útil. Eres una guía útil.
Don't talk to Paimon
A
like
ver.
that. Anyway, Paimon's hungry. Let's get
Ok, a
moving.
ver. No le ves así, apoyo. Pero mí tiene hambre, vamos rápido. Pues vamos entonces. Adiós, amor perfeccionado. Amo perfeccionado. Ok. Se encuentra a Nobile. Ok, vamos para allá. Up. Acá. Muy bien. Vamos a seguir avanzando. Se viene, se viene. Campaña, avanzar. Inazuma, come here, please. Vamos para allá. A ver, ¿qué nos dice?
Aha, as promised, I have found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liu Qixing would hide the Geo-Archon's vessel.
Okay. Son 11 estrellas. Okay.
So, where is he? In Lily Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liu custom.
Preparar una cena de negocios. Y yo es puros negocios y contratos, ¿eh? Ok, muy bien.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Zhongli es el arconte, ¿no? Zhongli es el encargado del estilo Li. Ahí está el arconte Geo. Él es uno de los que esconde los 7 pedazos del cadáver, ¿no? Bueno, de los 7 que están cubriendo el cadáver. El Geo que se supone es este. Por algún motivo este arconte finge su muerte.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhongli, consultant to an organization known as Wangsheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui. Indeed, Wangsheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed. And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangsheng some kind?
Indeed. It is as you have guessed. The Wangsheng funeral parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer?
¿Cómo se dice la gente encargada de los cadáveres, pues?
The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng funeral parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly. Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhongli has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst.
Además de ser uno de los 7, el arconte Geo también es un Adeptus. Así que además de ser uno de los 7, el arconte Geo también.
Archons go by many names. The god of contracts, the god of commerce, the warrior god, Morax, Rex Lapis. Is the idea that he also has the title of Adeptus so strange? As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Leo's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng funeral parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to.
Despedida que desatendida.
Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo Archon's last rites?
A wise decision. The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the 7.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex. If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks and get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
Ok. Acá no hay algo que leer o solo para sentarse. Ok. Pues ya me voy entonces porque no hay libros ni nada. Vamos a avanzar porque somos rápidos. Hacemos la campaña y así no nos atrasamos. Podemos jugar y hacerlo divertido. Muy bien, a ver qué. Vamos a por el
After having
cadáver.
experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue?
Uy, creo que me gusta más Liyue. Ay, me gusta más Mondstadt, pero tengo que satisfacerlo.
Indeed. The weight of 3,700 years worth of history runs deepest in the true divinity of Liyue. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connection.
What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors.
Claro. Muy bien.
These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prize Noctilucus jade worthy of a deity.
Vamos a preparar ¿cómo se llama? El funeral, ¿no? Muy bien, me gusta. Preparemos el funeral para que nos quiera el buen Chong-Li. Y a ver si nos sale en algún banner así, ¿no? Con la baja probabilidad. Estaría re bien. Vamos a agarrar estas cosas. Hay que negociar,
Welcome to
¿no?
the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Betting? No!
Noctilucus jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucus Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick which...
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
No podemos confiar en un hombre que se gana la vida apostando con piedra. ¿Qué empieza, señor Chong-Li? ¿A preguntar?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And
I'll take them all, boss.
¿Qué?
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I'll...
oh, wait, boss! That would
¿De verdad compraste todos, Chong-Li?
Hey! If we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the more if we buy them all?
Técnicamente gastaríamos el doble. Simon tiene
Oh,
razón.
Mora, it is as you say.
Había contemplado
I
ese
suppose
aspecto
I
de la
overlooked this.
How do you not think of...
If one must always consider Mora before acting, all Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What?
Es la economía, primo. Creo que está forrado. No, es...
Is this how the rich live? Well, he knows a lot about big money. But
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations.
Sortear. Sortear. Ah, ok.
Evaluate only after the item made using Noctilucus Jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether, if you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame.
whoa, to think it's that easy to get...
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade. And a true insight, a fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger, the patterns, the facade. These are all the finger. Noctilucus Jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness. Noctilucus Jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
En esta de la vida no, caballero de clase alta. Esta es la vida, es esta la vida normal para un caballero de clase alta.
I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put...
Priceless, huh? Hyman's just said that we might never be able to use it again.
¿Por qué no? Podríamos hacer cosas, pero bueno. Está
We're
interesante.
back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... Well, fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a...
Don't worry, I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade.
All right, take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Son muy finas.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Qué artesano tan hábil.
Oh, you flattered me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are... If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have...
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, the...
What sort of conditions?
¿A qué tipo de condiciones adecuadas te refieres?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not...
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must...
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out.
Recuerdo que hay un lugar en el valle que hay en la cocina de Xianling. Recuerdo que hay un lugar en el valle de Dadaupa. Hay un lugar en el valle que hay en la cocina de
You
Xianling.
mean at One Mean Restaurant?
Claro, podemos hacerlo en el cocina.
That would not do.
Un lugar donde la gente
It is a
va y
place
viene,
where
y
people come and go.
normalmente salían
They
con
would be in
papas,
danger.
frijoles y arroz.
Oh, Paimon remembers. We once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the
Okay,
camp
muy
of the Hilly Churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take... Now, let's pack those samples...
Y vamos allá. Muy bien. Tenemos las tres muestras, ¿no? Ajá. Son de tres colores diferentes y solo una está más clara que la otra. imagino que nos van a hacer pelear, ¿no? No importa. Vamos a ver cuál es la mejor piedra. Me gusta. La misión va avanzando. ¿Y no cuándo? Muy bien. Ahora voy a necesitar agua.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the nation of wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
De los carnívoros. Vamos a reventar esta
That's the pot! It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it.
Sí,
It's a bit polite, but we
yo
gotta cut
también
the
le voy a dar
line.
utilidad.
Stand clear. You can't run.
Limpio todo.
What a nuisance.
Qué rápido, ¿eh? Bueno, es que no aguantan.
There's still soup in here. These hilly trolls sure have big appetites.
Laboratorio. Una pena tener que desperdiciarla,
This
claro.
soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment. We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So,
Okay. Okay. Vamos a seguir calentando esto.
whoa, that light came from the first Noctilucous Jade. Hilly trolls are surrounding us again. Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors. Let's take care of them and continue again after.
Bien. Ya está, ¿no?
Adventure time.
Sí, vamos a seguir calentando esta cosa.
Take cover.
Muy bien. Descansamos un poco. Que siga llegando la gente.
That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it?
Y luego.
More hilly trolls. They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food. Out of the way! Oh, that's bright! Too bright!
Esta es la más
That
brillante,
was
muy
the
bien.
third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one.
Perfectísimo.
Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
Muy bien. Regresa Liyue a buscar a Shior. Pues vámonos. A Liyue. Avanzando como debe de ser. Muy bien. Y entendiéndole que eso es lo bonito, así es todo menos aburrido. La verdad, la historia te deja pasarlo tranquilo.
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
Les gustaría llevarse? Ayer el tercero, allá el tercero.
Exactly. That's the one Paimon.
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Es tuyo.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Este tipo de cal-
Done. All the same, pardon me for asking, but I'm curious.
alta calidad. Supongo que no estará de
I
más decirle,
suppose it
necesitamos
would not
preparar
hurt to
estos-
tell you.
las esquías
We need them to make
etniquías del
implements
rito
for the
de
rite of...
Parting?
Ah, he oído
Oh,
mucho de eso, pero
dear.
no les he prestado mucha atención.
I'd heard the
Siempre
rumors, but
realmente está-
oh, it's hard to believe.
Pero, que el misterio
Even
de
though the
Estado
Jade Mystery
Unidos
has
siempre
been in
hemos estado
decline,
bajo
we
protección.
have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis,
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
if not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liu Chising and good, honest merchants such as yourself, I, for one, believe that Liu will continue to prosper, as it always has done.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucus jade back.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Any what?
Mora. My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait. That's a relief. Have a look.
Muy bien, la bolsita de moras que teníamos, ¿no?
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Eugene Terrace. That's where we plan to hold.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single mora.
No olvides traer dinero la próxima vez. Supongo que tendrías que pedirle más financiamiento a Movil.
It seems that we must. I will keep that in mind.
Este señor es un dragón, pero es
Off we go.
completo. Qué trepecito, ¿eh? Vamos a agarrar esto de una vez. El señor gerente Juan. ¿Cómo es posible? ¿Ha ocurrido algo? No sé qué. Estas sí me las voy a pasar por el arco del triunfo, pero las voy a ir agarrando. Déjamelo a mí, muchas gracias. Aquí estaré esperándote. Sin problema, brother. A ver. Sí, pero yo quiero hacer la campaña, ¿sabes? Ahora... sí, va, aguantamos. Ir para allá, por lo que veo.
Adventure time.
Vamos a ver si subiendo por aquí.
Off we go.
¿Se llega? Sí, ¿verdad? ¿Subir por acá? No, por ahí. Creo que va a ser casi lo mismo, pero bueno, lo intentamos. Pero tiene que funcionar de alguna manera. Aquí podemos pasar. Vamos saltando, vamos subiendo, luego a la izquierda y ahora bajamos. Y ponemos todo aquí. Muy bien. Ahí están. Que no esa es la piedra, pero bueno.
We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implement. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing?
Yes. I have already rented this location and have begun making preparations for the rite. That's right. The Liu Chising have acquiesced.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayne Cars, none of those pets... Also, the...
Traditionally, we call it the exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So...
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here. These things are for the authorities in Eugene Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the right...
Golden...
The only mint in Liu, which is to say the only mint in Teyvat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Mora. But why do you know this business?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Chising, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available. Perhaps each has their motives. But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation in Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns. Only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers outside their Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the...
Perfumes? Where will we get those?
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to...
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
We shall not speak of the details right now.
Ok, ahora vamos por flores de seda. Pero ya tengo, creo. Yo creo que vamos a querer comprarte las especiales, ¿no? Quiero pensar. ¿Qué es esto? Me imagino que es abajo, ¿no? Del puente este.
Adventure time.
Joder. No me di cuenta que me estaba ahogando. Ah. A ver si podemos subir. Okay. Muy bien. Acá era el florero. Alguna vez venimos.
Hey, boss. Do you sell silk flowers here?
Silk flowers? We certainly...
Which kind?
El mejor tipo.
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your...
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute.
Lo que tengo por llamar a pagar una cabina de emergencia. Espera, ni siquiera me conoce.
I'm sorry? Ah, yes. We've met before, haven't we? Now then, please peruse at your leisure. Do let me...
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens. Just look at the abundant foliage here. And these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely packed stamens, though its powerful scent gives it away just as easily. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search of the Adepti. Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow! A true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
Wow, oye, qué padre, o sea, sí es mucho texto, pero caray, mucha información linda.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble.
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird. But this silk flower purchase is not Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the seven. Rex Lapis will then make his own choice between the seven. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the seven in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last. Now that's settled, a question. Do you have any mora on you?
You forgot to bring money again? Sorry.
A estas alturas me sorprendería más que lo hubiera recordado.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news. It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried that everything, since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge. Just don't forget to...
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis.
Agradecido, no manches. Este güey, como es el arcón, está viendo todo y se sienta de sentir bien de ver cómo su pueblo está así.
If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity...
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring...
Please, it's the least I could do.
Regaló las 3 flores, qué bonito.
So, now that we've got the flowers,
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of...
talk about first work.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city. Try the common folk.
So this time we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies?
I will wait for you near the statue of the 7. Meet me there when the perfume...
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Lan. She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
Vale, esto vamos. Ay, caray. Cayéndome como debe de.
Off we go.
Mira, vamos a teletransportarnos a un lugar que sea decente. Creo que aquí sería. Muy bien, muy bien. Qué bonito, ¿eh? O sea, los textos, mucho texto, pero sinceramente, fuera de mucho
Adventure
texto,
time.
tienen mucha historia. Es lindo, no sé. Me gusta.
Lan, we need...
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two, but you'll just have to...
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny...
Wow. I'm just going to assume that you're either joking or being sarcastic. To be fair, I put a lot of effort into my appearance for someone who spends all their time in the great outdoors. But I smell great. Don't be...
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lan. What's your secret?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. Oh, it must be from the Qingshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I...
Aha! The truth is out. Lan's got a...
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Chimay.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good. Thanks, Lan.
Nos vemos. Muy bien. Ahora es para allá. Ah, yo no adivino ahí. Muy bien, muy bien.
Hello. How may...
We've come to ask you a question.
Una cosa, si tienes tiempo, claro. ¿Sabes hacer perfume? Qué bien huele, madame.
Sorry, you caught me off guard. Most people aren't. I think we need more time to get to know each other.
We just wanted to know what perfume you...
Oh, well, that said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's since I usually set up my stall by the docks. I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty...
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yenger? Oh, as incentives.
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Great! This is just the intel we...
Muy bien. Muy bien, muy bien. A ver, está cerca. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Chato. Vamos, muchachos. Vamos, muchachos.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been...
What? How did you know?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet... Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're...
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you... Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like? 3-in-1. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling ammunition? Is that it? Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds.
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, "O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither."
That went over Paimon's head.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume? You mean Wan Min Restaurant? Good choice. I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can... Are you ready to...
What did you say?
I meant make me proud. As my assistant, while I'm setting up, you can go and fetch some water.
Liyue people must have iron stomachs.
This water... Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now, use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out. Ooh, you're a natural. Now take these and try it out on your own using a near... Don't forget to do all 3. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is...
Bueno, hemos aprendido a hacer aceite, ¿no?
Try something new at the Wan Min restaurant.
Off we go.
De alquimia, ¿no? Okay. Muy bien. Voy a poner el viajero, no vaya a ser la...
Adventure time. Off we go.
Okay, la calidad veo que no es problema.
Wow, this is some exquisite. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water. You must take care to control the heat during this process. So please focus on controlling the heat. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there. All 3 perfumes are ready, and a testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays. Wow, you actually remembered my... You know, you're cuter than people give you credit for. If I didn't have my guard up, I can see how... Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just help you match...
Paimon wants to...
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women, all clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll good. Be sure to come visit if you ever... I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime.
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
Muy bien, muy bien. ¿Los nombres están cercas? No, son 600, a su vez es mucho. Pero dijo que eran, ajá, en la estatua, los 7.
We've brought the perfumes, miss. Did we take too long? You were just...
You're compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well,
3 sets and...
thank you both. Let us offer them up.
Muy bien.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies. This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it. The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon. Let's hope the cheese thing can catch...
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step in our preparations.
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives...
Sure, but aren't you going to come with...
I have certain reasons why I cannot be there.
Man!
Para allá, comprar esto. Para allá, ¿por qué no? Avanzamos bien, avanzamos bien. A ver.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Listo, perdón, ¿eh? Quería ver la hora para cuadrar todo. Ah, perfecto. Es mi crush. De que está alta, no ocupa nadar casi en lugares que muchas veces sientan mejor. Una vez las cabezas de loto, porque
All things must change.
ocurre algo.
It's nothing. It's nothing. I just thought it a great shame that so...
What happened?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lily, if they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and... But...
So that means the...
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are every... Some say it was a Fatui plot. This harbor is like a... Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have to borrow something? But it was not originally mine either. He could not dissuade me, and so he gave it to me. But he said that if someone should come to... It has been many years, and who knows how many times. Still, though, I can't recall when. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
What a weird thing to be proud of.
All right, children, there is no need to worry.
Do you live near here, Granny?
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic...
How does that work?
Están ahí dentro. Dos profesiones son una campana. Métete la estatera a ver qué hay.
What? There's no way Paimon would fit in there. And why do you need Paimon to go in anyway? Can't you just lift...
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside.
Y ahí empieza, ¿no? Muy bien, a ver si los elementos no nos afectan, porque si necesitaba hidro o así, ya me la pelé. Ya me la pelé.
Where are we? What just happened?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
No pasa nada. Oh yeah.
Do you notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place?
Get out of here!
Ya con esto, perfecto. Muy bien. No se nos está pasando nada. Excelente. Vamos rápido porque pues igual.
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old Granny could also be an adeptus?
Podría ser, ¿eh? Que la señora está fea una adeptus perfectamente. Buenas tardes.
I'm more and more convinced that she's an adeptus.
Muy buenas tardes.
Don't they all live in Julian Karst? Why would she stay in the city?
Vamos a bajar esto. Sí, muy bien, muy bien. Ya está, ¿no? Vamos a agarrarlo con suerte. Eso, muy bien. Ahora vamos a tirar esto. Muy bien. Ah, vamos a poner electricidad. Ya va a gustar. Y vamos a poner un poquito de ánimo, ¿no?
Animo test 6308.
Keep back!
Ahí está. Ay, Dios mío. ¿Neta?
Adventure time.
Bueno, vamos a hacer algo.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Lights out. Vamos a matar primero los eléctricos.
You can't run.
Ya está. Y ahora sí. Bajo. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien.
Absorption test.
Muy bien. Y luego vamos a buscar esto. Esto. Y unos cargadores de esto porque sobran nada. Vamos a cargar. Bueno, esto era un poco innecesario.
How many levels does this teapot have?
Vamos a limpiar bien porque
It would be nice if we had one of these
pobre
too.
señora, no quiero que se enfrente a esta tarea.
Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Está limpio, ¿no? No, aquí le falta.
Let's light it up.
Muy bien, a ver qué hay aquí. Cofre, genial. Voy a agarrar. Muy bien. Listo, está listo. Limpio. Seguimos. Aquí sería, ¿no? Perfecto.
Off we go.
¿Quién quiere enfrentarme? Nadie, ¿verdad? Vamos dejando limpio, vamos avanzando.
Adventure time.
Y acá está la campana.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet.
De rápido.
Oh, now, let me see. All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children.
Perfectísimo, ya acabamos esta parte. Ya no de faltar mucho, hacemos lo último, me imagino. Y ya nos va a poder mandar a Inazuma. Dime que sí, por favor. Aquí es en donde me quedé, ¿eh? En mi cuenta personal. Aquí me quedé.
In and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. An adeptus. Oh. I have as to whether I am one or not, child. Surely you already understand.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean. But is also kinda don't you think it's weird? Some things just happen direct slap.
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history, but no matter what, we have always performed the rite to cry. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided so. Why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell?
Amigo no le devuelve la campana, entonces regale la campana.
Oh? Well, if it came to that. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who's that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a...
We will.
Qué señora tan bonita. Y ahora me va a disculpar, pero voy a agarrarle.
It seems my old... Let's just hope nothing messy.
Le voy a agarrar, señora, si no es molestia. Tus sedas y la flor de cedro.
Off we go.
Y ahora coloca el perfume en la campana purificadora. 80 metros, no es muy lejos. De paso agarramos esto de aquí. Se ve que tiene bueno. Muy bien, agarramos de aquí más cosas. Porque sé que luego las voy a usar y voy a andar llorando por no andarlas recolectando. O sea, sí voy a agarrar el mapa y lo que puedo hacer y los días que tarde, pero mientras pueda avanzar, lo que puedo avanzar, lo voy a hacer. Che, la otra viejita queriendo hablar con él y él está aquí a la vuelta de la esquina, no manches.
Indeed. This is the cleansing bell. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside.
Ok, muy bien. Yo creo que ya, ¿no? Perfume, las piedras. Eres una de...
Of course. How would I know that the bell...
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't Oh, yes! That old granny asked if you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparation?
Next, we need to...
Ooh, I'm...
No, I will explain it to you.
Oh!
Vamos por cometa. Último, ¿no? Voy a comprar cometas. Ya estamos en el último, perfecto. Se viene. Se viene el destino. Se viene. Con esto y ya, supongo, ¿no? Ahora otra visita. Ok. No es la misma, ¿verdad?
Ah, so...
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
It's rare to see... Well, this is... We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Leo's favorite topics, money and government, really well. But he likes...
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Finally, I have...
Indeed.
I took the... As for the... Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp. These markings of justice flows across... Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
Órale, tiene dinero. Bien. Gracias, tortas.
Hey, it's Child!
Perdón, verse aquí.
No, I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the... He knows a great deal about... Or perhaps...
How's he...
The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the... Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Ok.
Off we go.
Encuentra a 3 trabajadores. Ok.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that...
Adventure?
Ok.
Venturing into the mountains to capture...
That's not...
A most fair price.
Podría hacernos una rebaja. ¿Qué le parece 10?
5 geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about this much. I'll do it.
Gracias. Muy bien. Nos ahorramos un poco. Tampoco es que quiero ser tacaño, sinceramente. Pero cuánto esté. Descuentito, nada. ¿No puede? Pues sí, ¿no?
A full day of odd jobs at Eugene Terrace.
25,000.
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us...
Hero of Mondstadt?
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
Siento, Brody, pero si 3 para 10 es el doble y más, yo te propongo 16. Similar al otro.
That's too little. Hardly a fair price.
18. 18,000 voy a poner.
This is too little. I'd consider...
20.
This price will do. No loss to me for a day's work.
Muy bien, muy bien. Se enojó. Oh, tal. El humor es solo para aproximarte a lo mínimo que puedes pedir. Nada más. O sea, siempre iban a pedir una cantidad. Nada más el humor es para atinarle a esa cantidad.
into everything I do. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing.
No problem.
Done.
20,000. Tenemos que regatear. 3,000. A este le pedí. Al otro le había pedido con 10, ¿no? Vamos a ver si le atinamos con 10 como la última vez.
No. How about a bit more? This amount isn't worth going out of the...
Voy a subir a 13. ¿Cómo ves, bro? ¿Te gusta?
Let me think.
Bueno, está bien.
Deal.
Parece un precio
This
razonable.
price is reasonable.
Muy bien. Hablar con Novi. Ay.
Adventure time.
Sí, pudimos hacer unos descuentos al menos.
Off we go.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never...
You think you can buy us off with some loose... What info do you need?
Muy bien,
Does that mean you know what he's
Tenemos
after?
podría querer los Fatui. ¿No recuerdas cuando estábamos en Monsta?
Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what is this about?
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Everything is fine. Now if you'll excuse...
Ok, se ve que el tortas
Definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
no está muy contento, sí. Yo igual siento lo mismo, ¿eh? Pero se ve que no es que la apoye, ¿eh? No se veía como enojado a grado de que, estos cabrones odian a mi líder, Tui, sino que se veía como de que yo también me caí gorda, pero no les puedo decir. Yo le vi sacar esta pena. A ver qué tal. Aquí ya agarramos todo, ¿no? Voy a poner a mi waifu. Bueno, es que esta waifu para hacerle unos tipos bien específicos, así que ni modo. Ay, no me digas que es Kiki.
The receptionist just... Hello?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Boo Boo.
Huh?
Qué bonito.
Did you hear...
The reception, it's...
How about...
Vamos a darle un vistazo. Vamos, rápido. Lo último, ya, porfa. Es la buena Kiki. Hola. Hola, Kiki. Ella es una zombie, ¿no? Tengo entendido.
Oh, there you are! But you can't even reach the counter!
Mira quién habla.
Joke's on you! Paimon floats! So anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. It can't be.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi.
Kiki,
Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting...
Excuse me, sir.
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie... My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find...
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customers?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, The
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
Please and thank you, así toda. No entendí bien. Porque no está tomando el pelo.
I don't believe so. The Guizhong ballista, it's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Tianheng by an adeptus in the distant past. An early mechanic located in Tianheng Pass. It was designed to automatically fire at large monsters.
Mr. Zhongli really knows Liyue.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the cocoa goat.
The cocoa goat is a legendary animal. And
Did you want to act?
no, just that the cocoa goat is a legendary animal. What it looks like, don't know. Where to find it, don't know either. Where it came from?
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the
La coco cabra. Encuentro la ballesta Winchon. Pues yo creo que esto lo vamos a seguir en stream, pero lo podemos ir dejando aquí. Vamos muy bien, ¿eh? Ya en stream vamos a hacer otra continuación de esto, porque ya creo que es batalla eso. Es batalla. Y pues se va a entretener un poquito la gente, ¿no? Y así le seguimos avanzando todo lo que podamos, ¿vale? De momento vamos a pasarlo aquí. Y pues nada, muchísimas gracias por ver el video. Y pues vamos a seguir avanzando. Cualquier cosa comenten, suscríbanse si gustan. Y pues nada, los estoy viendo. Chao, chao, píxeles.